Right, we are back in for lower. The bad vibes, the weird vibes from yesterday are gone. I got a very good sleep last night, I can't lie. I literally got home from the gym, well, cardio. Went to Tesco for a sunbed and some raspberries, blackberries and something else, pink salt. Got all that, came home, went for a shower. I was literally in bed for like 8:30, sleeping for like 9:30, and up this morning at like 6:45. So literally like a 9 hour sleep. I think it was like 8 hour 50 or like 52 or something. So basically a 9 hour sleep. So I'm feeling good today. I feel like more like alive, if you know what I mean. I don't know what happened yesterday, man. The sleep like wasn't amazing the night before, but at the same time, I don't think it was like just the sleep. Because like, obviously I've had bad sleeps before and not felt like completely lost, you know what I mean? So it was a bit of a weird day, but at the same time, these days will happen here and there. Kind of accept that, you know what I mean? Like, I think because I work from home as well, like every day, Monday to Friday, you know, I could go into the office, right? But the way that my kind of work is my team is actually based down in Bristol. So if I went into, say, the Glasgow office, right, I'd be going in and there's like nobody in my team that I literally have to speak to. Nobody in the business that I have to talk to is in the Glasgow office pretty much, right? So I'd basically go in to like still not really talk to them. I mean, yeah, I'd still speak to folk there, you know what I mean? But it's like, it's not the same. Like I don't have to speak to them, you know what I mean? So I could go into an office, but at the same time, it's just not really like worthwhile, really. So because I work from home Monday to Friday, it's like I almost kind of have this whole like weird thing of right, okay, I'm in the house, I'm in that room like Monday to Friday, which might sound pure like depressing to some people, right? But actually, I don't mind it for the most part. But it's like some days you're like, like wish I kind of worked in an office, and you kind of start thinking, do you know what? I have more time working from home to do this, that, and the next thing. Like I can start early, finish earlier because I'm working from home, all that kind of stuff. Like it has its benefits, but at the same time, some days you do feel kind of a wee bit shit here and there, you know what I mean? And of course with this weather, hopefully you can't hear the rain just now, but the weather is like beyond shit. And today it's been like really heavy, like pure bouncing of rain. So when you're sat in your room working, you look at the window and all you see and hear is rain. You're just like, this is actually miserable, man. But my mood in general today is like a lot better. Like I'm not feeling that pure lost way, which is good. So the sleep has definitely helped that part. But this whole weather situation, this has to just get fucked, man, because it's so shit. Like I just hate bad weather. Like see when I'm being deadly serious, right? I want to move away somewhere and like stay somewhere warm that's literally no here, right? Because it is so bad. So in the next like 2 or 3 years, it's going to be happening, man. I've got a lot planned for the next year and a half, next 2 years. Once all that is ticked off, I'm doing whatever I can to just get it gone, man, because it's just so miserable, man. Like the UK in general is just so shit, man. Like you see all this stuff in the news, all that kind of stuff, it's just so like unbelievably shite. Like it's such a shite place to fucking stay, you know what I mean? And the weather doesn't help at all. The weather is just absolutely diabolical 95% of the time. So I'm not saying that like every other country in the planet is definitely better than the UK, because it's definitely not. But at the same time, I think I'd rather live somewhere that everything's absolutely fucked, but there's sun. Do you know what I mean? It might be a bit nicer dealing with kind of all this shit when there's like kind of sun out, all that kind of stuff. So, my plan is next couple of years, just go somewhere, even if it is just like say 2 or 3 years, go away, live somewhere for a while, and then come back. Cool. But I think I need to experience it. Just staying somewhere else, somewhere sunny, somewhere that I just now think, oh, that would be a pure class life to live. Because I might go, then not enjoy it and not like it, you know what I mean? And I think like it's true what everyone says, you only have one life, all that kind of stuff. Like look after your body, look after your health, but of course have experiences as well. And I think going away and living somewhere for a couple of years, or even if it is just a year, whatever, like I think that could be an important thing to experience, because it's like, do you know what? I've always wanted to do it, so if I go and do it and don't like it, at least I can say, do you know what? I've done it, I've tried it, didn't enjoy it. Cool, I've still attempted it, you know what I mean? So it's one of the ones, man, you need to kind of try it, I think, at least once in life. Now obviously I've lived in Manchester for like, what, a year and a half. I've experienced that, like a different city, but it's still the UK. The weather is still pretty shit. I think Manchester's known as like the rainy city. To be fair, it wasn't actually that rainy when I stayed there. It just wasn't exactly sunny all the time. So I mean, it's not exactly the most amazing combination, just kind of like cold and yeah, sometimes dry, but for the most part, still not amazing weather, you know what I mean? So I want to kind of experience somewhere that is like good weather consistently and like warm, because this whole like rain and dealing with that all the time is just, it's not for me, I don't think. But anyway, enough of that moaning. I'm going to get in lower today, like I mentioned, my hardest session of the week, but again, it's a good session. So I'm going to get in, get this ticked off, and I'll update you after the session. Right, that is lower, ticked off. Another very successful session. And see, to be fair, pretty good vibes. Like, recently, obviously I told you before, my training's been absolutely class, feeling good. Like, always pure buzzing. Yesterday, I don't know what happened, man. Like, I really don't. It must have been the sleep, it must have been something that's pure set me off. But today, good vibes, feeling good. Feeling kind of back to normal, and that sort of like, just overall solid mentality, you know what I mean? So I'm feeling good, feeling very strong as well. Again, progressed everything. I told you before, lying hamstring curl, it kind of stalled for a while. It's now just all of a sudden started to play ball again, and it's now moving, and it's feeling absolutely class. So I can't complain there. Glute drive as well, that is consistently progressing like week in, week out. Now, with the lower back, like issue before, again, I was kind of para about that as well. So RDLs and glute drive, I was a wee bit paranoid about. Reason being, with glute drive, it's obviously kind of weight around your hips, you know what I mean? Obviously pushing through your hips, your glutes, kind of a little bit of lower back is kind of involved there for stability, all that kind of stuff. So when I kind of first went back to that, I reset the weight a little bit and sort of like focused more so on a pause in the contraction and a pause in the fully lengthened, just to get a bit more out of the like lighter load, pretty much like the RDL, the same situation as the RDL pretty much. But since then, I'm actually now doing heavier load than I was before the back injury, still with the pause and the short and the lengthened. So I'm like, oh, absolutely class, man. Like, I've got a pause in both directions, and moving heavier load for more reps. So I'm like, oh, literally cannot complain. One thing that I do not want when I step on stage is like soggy glutes, right? And I know I haven't been training for an insanely long time. Like, I've not got the heaviest like hinge on planet Earth, but when it comes to like my glute work in general, so of course like RDLs and glute drive, like glute drive, I would say I can move quite a lot of load, to be fair. Like, I've got a heavy hinge in that sense, but when it comes to like RDLs, stiff legs, deadlifts, I've never really had like the strongest like free weight hinge, which I'm not going to blame it on like my leverages or whatever. I'm not going to blame it on anything. Like, it's just the case that it's not my strongest area. I've not got a very strong like free weight hinge, and that's just the way it is. Like, I've done 220 kg deadlifts before, but it's like it was completely shite form, and like probably done me more harm than good, to be honest. So it's like when it comes to free weight like deadlift variations, it's just not my strong point. Yeah, I still do it and I still go heavy for me, but it's not like heavy by any means. Like an 170 kg RDL might sound heavy to some people. To me, that's not heavy, is it? Like, it's just not. And even then, like, it's 160 for the most part recently, so it's like I wouldn't say that's heavy, man. Like, to me, it's just not. Like, you might look at it and go, oh, 170 kg in an RDL, fucking hell, that's heavy. But to me, it's not. And that's not me, like, comparing myself to anyone else. Just to me, for like my kind of like strength level and everything else. So I'm not saying I'm fucking insanely strong, but like for my sort of strength level with everything else that I do, I want more than that, you know what I mean? So to me, it's not the heaviest. When it comes to the glute drive, I've done the Nautilus glute drive for quite a long time. When I trained in FLF, they had the Nautilus. When I trained in Limitless, they had the Nautilus. Levels has got the booty builder, which, see, to be fair, I think I might actually prefer the booty builder. Don't know why. Maybe it's a pure like unpopular opinion, but to me it actually feels pretty class. But the Nautilus one, I could do like six plates and a 5 a side, and to me that was relatively heavy for a glute drive, you know what I mean? The booty builder, I can do 3, a 5 and a 2.5. Again, that's not like ridiculously heavy, but for that machine, it's a relatively heavy machine. And I'm making sure that it is like purely glute. Like, I'm not coming too deep and putting it on my quads or hamstrings or anything. Like, I'm literally just making sure it is purely glute. I come deep enough to the point where it is just glute, come up, fully squeeze, contract my glute, and I'm making sure it is just glute that I'm focusing on. So 3 plates of 5 and a 2.5, it's like, it's not too bad, man. Like, it's not insanely strong. To me, it's like, it's pretty relatively strong, I would maybe say. But aye, my hinging isn't the most insanely strong thing on planet Earth, but when it comes to like glute movements, they are relatively strong, I would say. So what I don't want to do is get on stage and have soggy glutes, and I don't think I will, because my glute training is pretty accurate for what I would say is accurate anyway. And my check-in last week, there was a wee tiny bit of glute detail coming through, so I was like, that's interesting. I wouldn't say I've got small glutes. That's not me saying I've got a pure massive arse, by the way, but it's like me saying that my glutes aren't exactly tiny. And seeing a little bit of detail coming through like 6 weeks in, I was like, that's interesting. I've got like 15, 16 weeks to go, and if I'm seeing a little bit coming through just now, that's a pretty good sign that there might be some detail there in 15, 16 weeks time. If I could have like proper striated glutes, man, that'd be kind of mad, I can't lie. But again, we'll just take it as it comes. We'll see if we get there, class. If we don't, I just know for next time round, I need to prioritise more glute work, and it's simple as that. But anyway, that is lower ticked off. We are now home. Going to get in, get the scran, and that'll be us. The day pretty much ticked off. So I hope you have enjoyed, and apart from that, I'll catch you in the next one.